know why Master never drove a car after a while?
No.
He was a speed demon.
Oh.
When he first came to California, see, there was a young man, he was only 18 years old, and Vivekananda gave a sannyas and gave the name Paramananda. You know about Swami Paramananda?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Had that beautiful Anandashram, most beautiful ashram I've ever seen in America. He was a very quiet, indrawn, very, gentle person.
Mm-hmm.
But he made this really beautiful place, and, a lot of people came there. He had an ashram in Boston, just called the Bosavadana Center, and in Cohasset, which still exists. But he went out there and started Anandashram. And it was built. And so when Master went to California, he stayed at Anandashram with Paramananda, because they were good friends. And first of all, you had to have problems with dye. I had a problem one time where we went to Mother's 75th birthday, and Putnam dye people had told me, if you mix this and mix that, you'll get a true Garawa color. And they came out red. Mm-hmm. And we had to wear them. So we showed up in India in red like a tantric, So I don't know who done the dye, but Master had red clothes. Red, silk, red, and turban and everything. And he had, of course, a Ford car. And so the nuns would remember, they were, there's some people, they're just kind of like little mice. And they say, a Paramhansa indeed. We remember when he lived there, he broke the speed limit all the time. Apparently he'd get in the car, gun, and go out through the gate. And he would do this. And of course, and he was wearing the red clothes. So they were very disapproving, Except for Paramananda's real disciples who revered Master. But the hangers-on didn't. Anyway, Master really did. He floored it, and he... So one time, Master came virtually head-on to a little old rickety truck driven by some Mexicans. They had a ton of kids, and the kids were in the back, in the bed, and he was going to hit them. So I'm trying to think who told me this. Again, it was one of the disciples. And Master realized he was going to hit him, and he said, Mother, I won't drive again if they're all right. And he hit them, crashed, and these kids went every which way and so on, and they were totally unhurt, completely. Wow. So Master never drove from then on. But until then, I remember Sister Durga saying, when Master got behind the wheel.
Yeah.